How's that? Golden hour. 4 years ago I crossed the Pacific Ocean as a crew member on different sailing boats, going from Panama to the Marquesas Islands, French Polynesia, Tonga, Fiji and eventually New Zealand. I knew nothing about sailing before. Now it is time to continue on my own boat. After finding a boat in Guatemala, which turned out to be a bit more of a lemon, Dirkje joined me.
And now together we are preparing the boat to be in great condition again, to sail the Caribbean and eventually the world together.
Look at that, some idiot car just literally parked against the dinghy.
What?
Was he drunk?
Good morning. We still have 2 more days left until the end of the month and then we want to leave the marina to go on anchor. Right now we are trying to fix the last things we need to do because here we have the space and the electricity for it. So I'm going to sand and paint the dinghy today. So it's 8:30 in the morning right now and I'm already sweating my ass off after some sanding. I hope I will be finished before 11 because then the biggest heat will come for the day. Okay, it's worth it if we can go on anchor soon. But it's so hot. Time for some acetone. So Huub told me he put everything I needed to paint in this bag and I only find brushes, so I don't know what he was thinking that I'm going to paint the whole dinghy with a brush, but I'm going to search for a roller. Thanks. Layer is on. Woohoo!
Nice job, babe. Looks like new. Hot?
Already, yeah.
Step 1 of today. Painting the inside. You have to move a little bit because the car has to go out. paint and there are a lot of things in it, so I hope that this is from a sound system. If I put it through, that it still filters out the good paint. Yeah, I know it's a bit cheapy, but you know, why buy new paint if you still have? Gonna clean the water tank. What they did here is they added a plexiglass with also a fill cap. So I'm taking out all the water and then I'm gonna actually take this off and then I can clean it from the inside. So I'm pumping all the water out now, then I get a sponge and I'm gonna do a deep clean. It's only a 20-gallon tank. That is looking a whole lot cleaner. I'm gonna keep doing it till the water is not brown anymore. This was the third time with bleach, looking a lot better. Now I'm gonna do it just with water. So this is the top of the water tank. Obviously you need to clean it, but the one who installed it used, I think, wrong material for this because it's all rusted away. So it's Sunday now. I'm not sure if we can get it today, but I don't want to install it back like this. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's a whole lot better. I clean it up all the way here. Gonna let it dry now, the sealant, and then fill up the water tank. Yeah, one more project done. That's the laundry we still need to take away. And tomorrow, plan to go on anchor. I'm a little nervous because I don't know, we don't have an inverter, so I have to for now go somewhere to edit before we have an inverter. We don't have a chain yet, which is very useful when you're on anchor. But we can borrow Keith's chain, so that is solved. Yeah, I know, just a bit nervous, but we have to take this step because, you know, in 2 months the season opens and we haven't even sailed yet, and then we want to sail to another country. So yeah, I don't know, I just gotta take this step. So let's start this day.
I'm ready for it.
Do what we still have to do, and then let's make it work. That is looking amazing. Thank you. I've been trying all day to get things done and to find what I need, and obviously I can't. In my van I have an inverter, 2000 watts, and it's an inverter and charger in one. That's the one I want. Can't find it. I can find a 1500 watt inverter which would run my power tools and laptop and everything, but it's expensive, so I think I'm gonna wait to find a used one. So I don't like temporary solutions, but I bought a 400 watt inverter which will not run my power tools, but it will run my laptop and my camera gear, and without that, well, you know, can't make a video. Before going out, I asked Keith to go over my rigging with me, and it's a little bit technical for the next 2 minutes, so for me it's super interesting. That's why I'm leaving it in the video. If you're not watching for the technical stuff, then you should probably skip the next 2 minutes.
And so you're going to look here and you're going to see if it is straight up and down this way versus the forward and aft.
Right.
And if it's raked aft, that means it's got a slight bend backwards, or if it's raked forward, they result in slightly different, whether you got lee helm or weather helm. But generally, without going into too much detail, you want your mast on a monohull slightly, maybe 1 or 2 degrees go backwards. So instead of a perfect 90 degree off the deck, it's like maybe like 88 degrees or something like that. And it varies by boat, and it's hard to see this. It's better to actually see this one when you're off the boat, got a distance, but you can eyeball a little bit. And you're pretty much straight up and down right now. You don't have a lot of back or forward.
Okay.
So you got a slightest of bend at the very, very top this way.
Okay.
Which tells me you're probably a little too loose on the backstay.
Okay.
You want to probably tighten that just enough to give it just the slightest curve back. And that'll give you what's called the slightest amount of weather helm, which will cause the boat to want to turn up when it gets overpowered, which is essentially considered slightly better than if you had lee helm, which is when the boat got overpowered, the boat would actually fall off the wind, which is really hard to recover from. Anyway, not too much detail. You're doing the same thing this way. So you're trying to look at it, trying to eyeball straight up and down and make sure that the mast doesn't have a bend to the left or right. This time you want it to be perfectly straight up and down.
Right.
And so you essentially right now, you do not have much of a bend to left or right. So that means right now you're moderately balanced. But are you tensioned correctly is the next question, which is like how much pressure do you want to push down on the mast and the tighter the rig, there's different sailing advantages to various things. Certain rigs are allow you to like adjust them underway. On yours, it's just a stable one. You're not going to overcomplicate. So basically, all you want to do is just tighten these down, and there's no magic number. There's like a loose gauge, which is like this device that goes on and tells you what the tension is in like this arbitrary number.
Because I don't have one.
And I use one to tune mine, but I've also done it without one. What essentially you want is you want to be able to shake it, and you don't want it to feel like you're going to fall off, right? So you should have like maybe 3 to 4 inches. I can pull it this way.
Okay.
And then it should kind of be able to, so maybe 6 inches, 8 inches. So that one feels, I'd say, moderately right. And then the next part is this right here is the tap, and you're basically looking for the same thing here. You're tapping pretty hard, and you're seeing what's the amount of back and forth that you're going to get. And you won't get, you shouldn't get nearly, if you got like this much, it's way too loose. So you're looking for something about like this. And I don't know why these make sense in terms of the numbers. They change with the different size rigs. Okay. On your boat, that's what it's roughly going to work out to be. This one, it feels like you just, I see I can feel it, I can pull it like that. I got a pretty good movement on that one. So I think you're probably a little loose on that one. Yeah, I'd say this one probably, we'll give that one a, and that kind of explains why your mast is not raked backwards right now. Basically, this one's a little bit tighter than this back one here. Okay. And this one's a little bit loose right here too. So there's not enough tension down or back to give you that slight curve back. Okay. This is the only one that's unequal. This one's a little tighter. Okay, now tighten this one.
Tighten this one, so tightening is to the left.
So if you look at this right here, you're going to see that the boat is pretty close to straight up and down now. There is no left and right movement of the mast, right? Which means you've got these tension reasonably balanced, and now we know from the movement we've got on them that they're also reasonably tensioned correctly. If you look at the mast this way now, we can see we've still got the slightest of bend forward. And what that means is even though we've loosened these and tightened these, you're really not getting the rake back effect from these stays. You're getting it from the back stay versus the forestay. And the easiest one to go adjust is the back stay, to pull that a little tighter and bring the mast slightly back. Like, it's pretty loose. So I think you're pretty close now. So the first thing you do is you just kind of feel what you just had. So that's in the realm of the right tension. It's not got too much movement, but it's got a little bit of movement for me. Okay. And the boat right now, it's a little hard to tell because you're kind of balancing up and down. But from here, it looks like the whole mast kind of has the slightest, maybe 1 degree aft bend if you look at it. And then you come up here and you look at it, And here, I should see ever so slightly at the very top, it should also pull back.
This is a good part of my old chain. I wouldn't call it good, but I'll show you the bad part. Last time Keith wanted a piece of my old chain to use for something, and this broke, he fell in the water. Keith, where are you going?
No, I was like literally stepping right here, and I was stepping backward. I went like step here, and it just. Oh shit.
Guatemala docks. Yeah, and this is the bad part of my old chain. Look at that. Nobody wants to have that on their boat. Are you ready to go on anchor?
Yeah.
Are we ready to go on anchor?
That's the question.
We still don't have a chain, which complicates things when you want to go on anchor. But Keith will lend us one. And it is 9:30. We made it pretty late tonight.
Yeah. We're like grandparents.
It's usually in bed. Well, we wake up early, but I'm exhausted. All day work. I'm excited. Tomorrow on anchor. Good night. Today is the day. Are you ready?
Yes.
I think I am too. The inverter I bought has this cable, amongst others, and I tried to put it in here, but my port is corroded. I mean, hey, what did you expect on my boat? So I'm actually pulling a cable all the way from here on the back down to the battery, because then that can be the place where my electricity will live, my cameras and everything. Plus, I always sit on this couch anyway because it's lower, and on the other side I actually bump my head. So it's actually perfect to have my laptop cable charger directly behind me. What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh, you're so smart. What do I have to get off my head?
The light.
Why?
It looks ridiculous.
Does it not make me look smarter? Like an actual boat worker?
Yeah, you wish.
You're so mean in the morning.
Well, you're not the best morning person either.
Oh!
Are you ready?
We're going to pick up chain. I'm going to borrow it from Keith because I don't have one.
Yeah.
Let's go! I find it hard to believe that I'm actually going to be on anchor today. I still don't believe it. Are you ready? No! This is a big day. I've been waiting and dreaming about this for 2 months now. We have a support boat in case anything goes wrong after all the maintenance and everything I do. Now, what should I do without you, Keith?
You sink for sure. All your rig would have fell over. Nah, you guys are gonna do great. You gotta do great.
So it's crazy hot today. We're going out on anchor. The boat will be tossed out really soon, like in 5 minutes or something. Just wanted to say that I'm really proud of Huub. He worked like so hard for 2 months, and like in this heat I can like so much respect for how he did that, like working in the sun for 8 hours. Yeah, I can't do that, and I'm really proud of him. So excited.
Kyrgyzstan untying that line over there. No, can't get it loose? I'll do it. Come here. That's the owner. He's throwing us out. Muchas gracias. And we're out. Oh my god, I'm steering my own boat. How's that? This feels so free. So free.
We're out! Oh my god, we're doing it! So excited, so nice.
How's that? No crocodiles yet? Yeah, I'm very grateful that people like Keith exist in this world, and you see that more often in the sailing community, that people are so helpful. But not even that, also I've had quite an increase in patrons lately, and I still find it amazing that, I mean, you see me on the videos, but most of you don't actually know me like family, or haven't personally met me at least, and that you're still like are willing to support someone else. Like that's really like surprising to the both of us. To all of our patrons, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And now I think we deserve this beer.
Cheers.
Cheers. What are we going to do today?
Clean the hole.
Are we afraid of something?
I'm not, you are.
Okay, so there are sweetwater crocodiles here, and apparently nobody ever got killed by them, just hurt, and I don't know, like I'm just, I guess I'm a pussy sometimes.
Afraid of rats, afraid of crocodiles.
She took the rat out of the boat last time. 2 rats. I'm not afraid of you. Alright, well, hull cleaning has never been my favorite job, but it's gotta be done.
I've never done it.
You might love it.
Yeah, don't think so.
So here around the waterline there's quite a lot of grey. All the way under the boat. I hope you can see it because it's very not clear, the water. Then on the other side there's this thing. I have no idea what it is. Maybe for the SSB radio? That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The water's really nice temperature here.
I'm tired.
Yeah, being a long time in water makes you tired and it makes you look like a grandpa. The gas is finished. We refilled it like 1.5 weeks ago, but left it on for a night, and apparently it's leaking somewhere. We gotta figure that out. So this is the last thing we have, and then we gotta put the dinghy engine on, get some food. Now for the first time we're gonna try to put the engine from the boat on the dinghy. I didn't take it off on the water onto the boat. I took it off on the dock and then put it on the boat, so I hope this goes alright. This was the moment I once dreamed of, lying in a hammock on my own boat in the tropics. Woo! I'm not sure this hammock is wide enough for 2 people. I'm hitting the water jug. No, stay. I want to see if it fits.
No, it
doesn't fit?
No. Wait.
You want to put your toes in my face?
Okay.
Put your toes in my face.
Okay.
A big thanks to my patrons who make it possible for me to keep making these videos. If you'd like to become a patron too, check out the link.